What type of music do I listen to when I'm drawing? And what type of music has influenced me the most for creating? Give me the most motivation, most inspiration? Well, I would say heavy metal and a little bit of rap music. Some techno music. If I look back at like the music I really started listening to a long time ago when I was really young, it would have been bands like Slipknot, Metallica, and Korn, and Linkin Park. And I still listen to all of them. As a matter of fact, Slipknot just released a new album, which is going to be coming out. I'll have to look. I think it might have already been released, or it's going to be getting released. But it's like a heavy metal band. Is the only way to really describe it. They have their own sound that's a bit different than a lot of other bands. And then like the band Korn, and then some of the rap music I listen to. Most of them I don't really remember the names of all of them because they're not really mainstream rap artists. It's more like underground type of music. And the music, a lot of the music I listen to helps put me in a state of mind to where it helps me be more creative. It helps me remember memories and things from the past that I might not usually remember if I don't have that music there to get me in that state of mind to be creative, to have those memories come back to me, to think about something and to start creating something that is expressing the idea that I'm having that has been brought about to me from that music. And when I was younger, I don't think I actually even really listened to any music until I was maybe 13, I think, because my family, didn't have much money and I didn't really have any friends, so the music that my parents listened to, or that my mom listened to, it was like this old classic rock, and I didn't have any interest in it. And so I just didn't listen to anything. And it wasn't until I was about 13 that I started listening to music, and that's when I had started listening to heavy metal. I think the only one of the older bands that I liked when I was younger would have been Metallica. All the older bands I didn't really have interest in. And so then when I was about, let's see, how old was I? It was when I moved to Ohio from Florida in 2006. I moved up here, and I went from having really slow dial-up internet to having fast, high-speed internet. And when I had that, that's when I started watching a lot of videos online. I discovered a lot more music because I could actually find music and listen to it, because before I couldn't do that. My internet was so slow. I would look something up and it would just take hours and hours for it to finish loading. I remember if I wanted to download a file, or if I wanted to watch a video, it would have to like buffer the video and load the video. If it was only if the resolution was only 360, it would take the entire day to load, and then when I'm going to play it, it would say that it's buffering the video, or to refresh the page. Now refresh the page, and I'd have to start letting it load the whole video again. So it wasn't until I was 16 that I really started discovering a lot more music. And then around about the age of when I was 21, I really started discovering a lot more music, way more than before. And then I got even more so into lifting and powerlifting and sprinting when I was about 22, 23. And that was the age where I discovered hundreds of different bands they were like underground bands that I'd never heard of, that weren't mainstream. You don't hear them on the radio. And I would listen to that. And I remember I'd be playing some games on my computer, and I would just listen to the music, and I would have moments of inspiration to create something, and that's when I would just start drawing. And yeah, it was around the age of 23 I discovered a lot more music online. and it was mostly well, I mean, my taste in music, what I like to listen to, it expanded, it got larger. I had found more styles and genres of music to listen to after the age of 23, and then after that, it helped me be more creative. It helped me get in the mood to where I felt like creating something based on the ideas and thoughts that I had from that music. And I'm excited to listen to Slipknot's new album that came out. And I think the band Korn's making some as well. But the names of all the other bands that aren't mainstream, they've slipped my mind at the moment. I can't remember the names of all of them. There's so many. I mean, and forget trying to remember all the names of the songs, because there's bands that have similar named songs or actually the exact same name. So I just can't remember all of them. But I was mostly influenced by heavy metal and a little bit of rap music, but mostly like metalcore, metal and heavy metal, because I would also listen to it when I would go to the gym and I would be working out to help motivate me. It helped give me a lot more energy to lift heavier weight, to lift more and to push myself. I know in the morning, if I'm feeling a bit sleepy and tired, what I like to do is I will go take a cold shower, and I just turn the shower on full blast, freezing cold. It really wakes me up. I eat my breakfast, and while I'm eating my breakfast, I listen to some heavy metal. So that definitely wakes me up in the morning. So it really starts my day and gets me to start creating things. Because if I don't, I mean, I'm creative, but I'm not as energetic. It really gives me a lot of energy to start creating artwork and to make all kinds of strange doodles. But I was mostly influenced by different genres and types of metal that are similar to those bands like Slipknot, Korn. Linkin Park that's not metal. That's like how would you classify that? Alternative rock, maybe? Not really. I'm not really sure what genre that would be in exactly. But yeah, there is some other. Oh, Disturbed is a good band, but there's also a bunch of other ones that are like really heavy metal that I have to be either like drawing something really crazy, or like getting ready to lift really heavy for some of the music that I listen to, because it's not really something you listen to relax. It's more to get you energized. But I was most certainly influenced by heavy metal around the age of 12 or 13. I started, and then up until now, it's always been there. Something to wake me up in the morning, or in a moment where I need some inspiration and motivation to create. And yeah, some days I'm just like really tired. I don't feel like doing anything. I'll just put a song on. It gives me a bunch of energy. I feel like doing some things. Makes me think about stuff, start remembering some things, and then I'm able to start creating and doing my abstract drawing and doodles. But what type of music has influenced you? I mean, we've all got our different styles and genres. I mean, I know some people that they listen to like just really calm or relaxing music. I listen to that as well. It kind of depends. I mean, if I'm wanting to like wind down for the day, at the end of the day I'll listen to slower music that's more relaxed and calm. But then there are some times in the morning I might, but usually it's later in the day that I listen to more relaxed music that is slower pace. But go ahead and let me know what type of music you listen to for when you're drawing, or what helps inspire you to create, or what type of music that's influenced you the most. So go ahead and let me know in the comments down below what those bands are and the music, and we can have a discussion about it. But right now, I'm going to go finish eating my breakfast, and then I'm going to go listen to the new album that they've made, and I'm curious to see how it is. I wonder if it's the songs are heavier than the ones they've had before. But I'm going to go check that out, and I'll let you know. We can talk about it. But till then, keep creating, having fun whatever you're doing, and I'll see you in the next video. You have a good day. See ya.